You saw the wizard behind the curtain. No, it's just... Let's see. Check this again. Sorry I'm a little late. This is the Red Owl News, and I'm your host, Master Lukey. I'm a former UFC fighter and a Life Food certified health coach, and these news items are all about health in some way or another. So, we're going to get right into it. 9:30 to 10 p.m. every night. Farmers turn to tech as bees struggle to pollinate. Uh-oh. Israeli firm makes a plant pollinating machine that works by dislodging the pollen. In the scorching morning heat, Ty Said brushes the avocado trees he will soon artificially pollinate. Based on a moshav, or collective farm in central Israel, Mr. Said is the founder of tech firm BloomX. He says that the company has found a way to mechanically pollinate crops in a similar way to bees. We're not replacing them, but rather offering more efficient pollinating methods to farmers, reducing the dependence on commercial honeybees. Wow. Commercial honeybees. Interesting. Now I know why vegans are against honey. They got bees bred specifically for pollinating, huh? Well, I don't know. Is a slave's life better than no life? Better to have loved and lost than never to have loved. That's what they say. 3 out of every 4 crops grown around the world to produce fruits or seeds for human consumption are reliant, at least in part, on pollinators. And it is bees, be they farmed honeybees or the more than 20,000 wild species, that do the heavy lifting. In the U.S., they're said to account for 75% of the pollination of the fruits, nuts, and vegetables grown in the country. It's a similar percentage in Europe, with other insects such as wasps and butterflies making up the remaining quarter. Oh, I didn't know that. Wasps and butterflies pollinate. Unfortunately for farmers, bee populations are under pressure due to factors such as climate change, 5G, habitat loss, and the use of pesticides. Wow. There's another reason to go organic, guys. The European honeybee is also being badly affected by the parasitic mite called the Varroa destructor. Oh boy. BloomX technology is currently aimed at 2 crops, blueberries and avocados, and allows them to be pollinated even if local bee numbers are low. The firm's main product is called the Roby, which at first glance looks like a large push-along lawnmower. Has 2 mechanical arms that stick out on either side. They vibrate, and when brushed over the blueberry plants, they cause them to release their pollen. The level of vibration is said to have been designed to imitate that of bumblebees, the most effective pollinators of blueberries, which use their wings to agitate the flowers. BloomX's other product is called Crossbee, a handheld tool for collecting and spreading sticky pollen grains between avocado trees. To date, the equipment is being used in South America, South Africa, Spain, the U.S., and Israel, and BloomX says it can increase fruit yields by 30%. Invest in BloomX, guys! Let's see what this Crossbee looks like. It's not that. It's not any of this stuff. Well, apparently there's more than one Crossbee. Oh well. We got to keep it moving though. Both products controlled by an AI-based software system linked to a mobile phone app, and each is fitted with GPS so the farm workers know which areas of the field have been treated. Sensors can also be put in place that the pollination takes place on optimum days. In California, the cultivation of almonds is a huge business. The state produces 80% of the world's almonds. Wow. That's a lot. The industry's worth estimated $10.4 billion a year. Wow, I'm in the wrong industry, huh? Should get it to almonds. Hey-o. To fertilize the total 1.3 million acres of these trees, honeybees are trucked to California from across the U.S. for the almond flowering season. Some reports say that 70% of commercial U.S. honeybees are taken to the state for this purpose. Holy. Lisa Wasco DeVetter, an associate professor of horticulture at Washington State University, says this can mean a shortage of honeybees elsewhere in the U.S. for other crops. Artificial pollination may be able to help fill this gap. Why don't you just make more bees? Just farm more bees. I don't get it. But I guess we live in a world where everything has to be synthesized so that somebody can make money on that. But then again, the bees are dying. Oh, what a world, what a world. Well, listen. What can we do? What can one person do? Vote with your dollars. Buy organic. I'm not going to say don't use 5G. Because it's like are you really going to do that? I might not even. Psychologists reveal tips to trick your brain into enjoying running. I need this because I hate running. What I've been telling myself is the more tired I get, the stronger I get. The more tired I get, the stronger I get. That's what I just keep telling myself when I'm running. It's no secret that exercise is good for you. Cardio exercise such as running has been shown to promote heart health, reduce cancer risk, support the immune system, improve sleep and mood, and overall lead to a longer, healthier life. The problem is many of us find to commit to regular cardio when even a 30-second run to the bus stop causes your heart to feel like a bass drum in your throat. In a new book, sports psychologists Noel Brick and Stuart Holliday have laid out a series of psychological tips and tricks to train your brain into finding running more enjoyable. The first thing is to understand your why or your reasons for running. We know that those who have meaningful reasons for running are more likely to maintain running longer term and get through those challenging experiences when running can feel hard, unpleasant, and not particularly enjoyable. Alright, so number one, have a why. For me, that's my league. For me, that's my league. Me running to be a good fighter in my league, to build the league and get my kids back. When I run, I think of that I'm running to my kids. These motivations will differ from person to person, though. For some, it might be health or weight loss. Others might value the social connections. And some might be training to run for charity. Whatever those motives are, having a meaningful reason helps us through those difficult experiences and keep running longer term. The next thing is to set manageable goals and track your achievements. I just do 5 minutes because I'm training for a sports-specific endeavor. 5 minutes is a round. 5 minutes is a match. So that's what I run for. I run 1 mile in 5 minutes, or try to. Let's see. Experiencing improvement, noticing new achievements, knowing we're getting better can help us keep running through difficult moments. These reflections can also improve our belief in our own abilities, which in psychology is called self-efficacy. Our strongest sources of self-efficacy are past experiences or accomplishments. So feeling like you're improving, running for a full minute for the first time without stopping, or finishing your first 10 miles provide a powerful boost to our self-efficacy that helps to maintain running behavior. However, how we choose these goals varies depending on our level of experience. Alright, let's fast forward. Another mistake made by many runners is related to their pace. Often we go far too fast at the start, meaning we fatigue more quickly and have a pretty unpleasant experience. Knowing our limits and knowing how to pace a run takes time to learn. So my best advice is to go easy at the start, even if this means following a run-walk strategy. Even short periods of running have been shown to provide mental and physical health benefits. As little as 10 minutes of running or walking per day leads to significant health gains, such as improved mood, lower risk of anxiety and depression, improved brain health and cognitive functions such as memory and attention, and reductions in our risk of death from all causes. So you don't need to run long distance for hours a week to gain these health benefits. As little as 10 minutes per day, going at a slow, moderate intensity is ideal for health improvements. Alright, so I've been doing 5 minutes at a sprint pace, but that's just one round, so I'll do 2 rounds. I'll do 2 matches. Lastly, it can help to look for distractions. I can't do that. I can't do music because earbuds don't fit in my ears, especially when I'm bouncing. Okay, 125 to 140 BPM. That's good to know for my music. Of course, listening to music isn't always an option, and you might prefer to be more present. In these cases, other forms of distraction might be beneficial. These include chatting with a running partner. If you can chat during a run, you're not running fast enough. I'm just breathing, and it's tough. Running in nature and focusing on scenic views or simply letting your mind wander. Distractions such as these also help to make running feel easier, more pleasant, and more enjoyable. Running in nature settings is associated with improvements in mood and mental health outcomes beyond those improvements gained by running alone. I tell myself, the more tired you get, the stronger you get. I'm not trying to be distracted. I'm trying to go into the pain. I'm trying to go into the effort. I'm trying to get into the moment and feel what it's like to fight for my life and get used to that, so that when I really fight, I'm not going to get tired. Psychiatry expert, Freud's Eros and Thanatos as a lens to understand today's polarized world. I'm learning about psychology in my college. So, by acknowledging and understanding these primal forces within and outside us, we can move toward a more harmonious future both personally and collectively. In the realm of Sigmund Freud's psychoanalytic theories, Eros and Thanatos stand out prominently. I thought Freud was pretty much debunked. You know, like, it's old. Not accurate. Eros, the life instinct, is driven by the desire to create life and establish harmonious connections, while Thanatos, the death instinct, is an inherent urge towards destruction, chaos, and ultimately death. These two forces are ever present in diametric opposition within every society and within the psyche of every human being. When we look at the contemporary socio-political environment through this Freudian lens, we can begin to understand how these deep-rooted intellectual drives, instinctual drives, manifest in the anxiety presently rippling across our global community. The dual nature of human behavior. The current era is one of profound confusion, distrust, and uncertainty. The political polarization, rampant misinformation, and the complexities of a rapidly changing world have left many at a crossroads. With this confusion, two dominant behavioral trends emerge, and they closely mirror Freud's Eros and Thanatos. On the one side, there's the Eros-driven self-help personal empowerment movement. This movement is a testament to humanity's quest for holistic well-being, pushing boundaries in the realms of healthy eating, longevity medicine, meditation, breathwork, yoga, and positive affirmations. People are seeking advanced medical treatments, from life-enhancing peptides and IV therapies to nutraceuticals and stem cell treatments, all in a bid to optimize their well-being. They want to live longer, healthier, and more fulfilling lives, showcasing the life instinct at its best. Meanwhile, the Thanatos instinct, manifests in the growing emotional numbing and self-destructive trend in our society. This trend, which is intrinsically linked to a sense of despair and hopelessness, is a reflection of humanity's darker instincts. Oh boy. I get like that. For instance, we often use self-destructive, emotionally numbing crutches when life gets hard, replacing our existential pain and suffering with various addictions. These include chemical addictions, behavioral addictions, and even psychological addictions. For the last category, you know you're addicted when the more of it you have, the emptier you feel. Ultimately, if we don't confront these addictions head on, they can destroy us. Eros, beyond the erotic to the essence of life. When you hear the term Eros, your mind might instinctively leap to its erotic connotations. While sexuality is indeed an important component of Eros, its essence extends far beyond that. At its core, Eros represents the life drive, a force that compels us toward activities that ensure our survival and, by extension, the perpetuation of our species. Yeah, buddy! Procreation is a fundamental aspect of Eros, but the life drive isn't limited to the act of creating life. Anything that is life-affirming or life-enhancing can be seen as an extension of this primal force. For instance, our gravitation toward healthy diets, our pursuit of knowledge, our social behaviors to bond and form communities, and even artistic expressions are all avenues through which Eros manifests. These behaviors, while not directly related to procreation, contribute by creating an environment conducive to survival, well-being, and ultimately reproduction. Alright, we're going to fast forward. Self-sabotage, a manifestation of the death instinct. Self-sabotage can be seen as a direct manifestation of Thanatos. It's an act where individuals may unconsciously place life obstacles in their path, thereby preventing themselves from reaching their full potential. Oh my god, that's like me eating. But that's addiction. That wasn't on purpose. But what does this say? Unconsciously, I see. Yeah. Alright. Well, I think I made the right choice fasting. Many of us struggle with an internal conflict between these two. At times, even when everything seems to be going in our favor, an internal voice compels us to act against our best interests, as if seeking to validate deeply held beliefs of inadequacy or the inevitability of failure. Freud would argue these behaviors and the broader trends are not random occurrences, rather they represent the eternal battle within us. The inner battle, reflecting the external world. It can be further argued that the challenges of the external world, such as our climate crisis and political divides, while tangible and pressing in their own right, are perhaps external reflections of the psychological battles taking place within individuals. Wow, the dual nature of existence, huh? As within, so without. In order to confront the most pressing issues, it's critical to look inside ourselves and also resolve the antecedent source of conflict within. Solving our planet's greatest challenges entails recognizing and underlying the psychological dynamics at play. Alright, so what I'll say is this. I'm just going to end here and I'm going to translate this. In order to save the world, we have to save our health. The healthiest menu for humans is also the healthiest menu for the environment. So what can one person do for the bees? What can one person do for the global environment? What you can do is eat Life Food Certified. It's called voting with your dollar. And be a loving person to everyone else. Jordan Peterson, you know what you should get? Let's get Jub's Little Red Book up in here. Okay. Did anyone ever see a claim? Alright, we're going to get to that. Jordan Peterson urges Burger King boycott after Russell Brand move. I also am urging a Burger King boycott. I'm with you, Jordan Peterson. I say we boycott Burger King. Me and Jordan Peterson say boycott Burger King. And the reason you should boycott Burger King is different whether you ask him or me. We're going to find out what he says. I say for health reasons. Boycott all junk food, guys. They're killing you. Don't give them your money. Seriously. They're killing the planet. Don't support that. Jordan Peterson, though, he took aim at Burger King for pulling its ads from Rumble after Russell Brand was accused of rape. YouTube demonetized his channel, but Rumble did not. Drop my mouse. While the fast food chain has not revealed the exact reasons behind the move, many linked it to the accusations against Brand. Other companies to also pull advertising from Rumble include ASOS and HelloFresh. But Peterson's not impressed with the move and shared his thoughts on Twitter. That includes Burger King. For those of you who care to know, maybe eat at the other place for a while. Whoa. The psychologist previously weighed in, taking particular aim at the BBC, where Brand previously worked, saying, it's a bit late for urgently, but sure is convenient, he wrote. As part of a joint investigation, 4 women accused Brands of various crimes including rape, sexual assault, and emotional abuse between 2006 and 2013. Aww. Brand made a video. It said that it was always consensual, and he strongly denies the allegations. He blamed the mainstream media and claimed they're making a coordinated attack on him. These allegations pertain to the time when I was working in the mainstream and I was in the newspapers all the time. When I was in the movies and I've written about extensively in my books, I was very, very promiscuous. One of the women interviewed said she was 16 years old and still in school when Brand began a relationship with her when he was in his early 30s. Ew. The victim said he was emotionally abusive and controlling and referred to her as the child during their 3-month relationship. She also described an incident in which he'd been forced into a sexual act and was asked to sit in a bathtub for hours until he came home, even though the water turned cold. Yo. If so, that's pretty crazy. But, I don't know. I think he did a bunch of coke. It might have made him fucking sociopathic. You never know. Anybody who's in the public eye like that, you know, you gotta think that they're in the club, if you know what I mean. Bam Margera, 1 month sober. Let's go, Bam. We support your sobriety, Bam. And if you want to get healthy, come here and I'll be your professional chef. We'll do cleansing. That's something nobody else does. And you'll be in New York. There's good skating in the city, I guess. I offered already, didn't take it up. He probably didn't even hear about it, but congrats. Parasitic brainworm spreading across the southeastern United States. Oh my god, what? A parasitic brainworm from contaminated produce. Rat lungworm. I gotta see this. Oh, damn. Jumps from rats to slugs to human brains. Oh my god. So it goes on the slugs and they go on the produce? Eating contaminated food, including fresh produce and escargot. Really? People eating snails? Oh, It's typically found in Southeast Asia and the Pacific Islands, including Hawaii, but it's more recently been identified in Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, and Florida. They eat snails down there, man. Now, researchers have confirmed cases in Atlanta, Georgia, and raising a concern about its spread through the United States. While the parasite cannot reproduce in humans, it still causes severe symptoms. Oh, man. The infective stage is accidentally ingested by a human. It can go to the brain or spinal cord and cause tremendous inflammation, leading to symptoms like nausea, vomiting, neck stiffness, headaches, and sometimes arm and leg tingling. Damn, maybe that's why I got a pinched nerve. I got a damn parasite in my neck. In rare severe cases, infection can lead to coma and even death. Alright, well, good thing I'm not eating. Let's fast forward. Blech. In most cases, the symptoms last for 2 to 8 weeks, although they can last much longer. Children are vulnerable, experiencing more pronounced fevers, irritability, drowsiness, and lethargy, stomach problems, and muscle twitching. Holy. You know, all parasites can cause symptoms like this. And not only that, these are all symptoms that people already have, and it's because their internal terrain starts to break down and parasites grow out of that. It's like plants in the ground. You don't catch them, they grow. And that's why this parasite doesn't infect humans, but it can be that if you're healthy and you have the proper inner terrain, you could eat a freaking parasite and it'll go right through you. It won't even latch on. It won't even cause symptoms. But you got to learn how to eat right and cleansing. If you want to learn more about eating right and cleansing, message me 24/7 on masterluki.com. Did anyone ever see a claim? None could say they have ever seen a claim that's valid and reliable about climate change and carbon, or that some life form is contagious that's contagion. This father had his son taken without any claim, and has asked to see the claim and has a default about that. Criminals just operate at the moment without any check and balance at the courthouse. It's we the people who have an equity interest in any political's personal discretion. Due diligence is shown upholding title of we the people's natural right. All is supportive as a window looked through as a sovereign nation, set up as a republic by this nation's founding fathers. The danger to the globe and to Turtle Island is War on You by C.B. Cowell controllers. C.B. Cowell, for you who don't know, is a criminal banking cartel of a one world order. It's an acronym. Who ply Patsy and its alphabet soupland agency, you know, like the FBI, the CIA, all the letters. Someone living is supposed to have an oath to you and I. That's first, not second. Yet, can all those Patsy just be blindly following orders where what's legal is a kill box set up that is done by common law trespass and legal name fraud? It's like me thinking that I abandoned my kids and I failed as a father. On one hand, that's accurate. On another hand, I'm a victim too of the system that made me this way. That made me so dumb and so brain injured, so autistic, so Asperger-like, and so narcissistic and self-serving, and not thinking about my kids, how they could feel in the moment, not having their father for the past 16 years. Because I had this stupid dream about making a no head contact sparring league, and that was going to get me rich. And I'm still going for it. That's how brain damaged I am. Because of this system. Even though I have a broken neck, I'm still going. Hopefully I'll fucking die of a broken neck. My luck, I'll probably get a broken neck and be paralyzed for the rest of my life. Let it be me and not someone else. Oh God, my fucking neck! It's worse than ever, guys. It's worse than ever. Venue at the public courthouse from the land has been stolen to have a commercial procedure where the Crown's interest has been looked after, and any claim you and I have is relegated to be down on a level of a complaint, only to be put on a level of fiction. All launders currency since February 22nd, you've got some $200 million per day paid. All for a meat grinder where an outcome is starkly obvious beforehand and would arrive to that, yet a meat grinder has gone through all the young men in the nation. Me and my kids. Was an actor puppet just put in front of everybody to gain a function of weapons? To gain a function weapons and not be able to do that in their own nation, yet put all these labs in other nations. It wasn't lawful to do such in this nation. How can you fund it to be done in another nation? And where is the sovereignty of that nation allowing weapon-type research to be done in labs? One nation spies on another. Do you know that one nation spies on another? Every American must know that. You can't spy on yourself. All that spying is collected and all goes to one hand, backdoored to Israel, all of it, to go directly to the Grey Council, who uses that information to control every nation. That's CB Controller, who owns the corpse, who has a strategic alliance with every alphabet soup land in a nation. Is it that beloved who had just been let in is larger than the population of 15 entire states? If catastrophic consequence was shaped as a black swan itself, isn't it that you and I need Article 4 and 3 courts immediately? As a common law grand jury to deal with such relentless genocidal policy that must be stopped immediately to mitigate further harm. Must be done without delay. Not to have ever seen a claim about carbon and climate change. All can agree dirty energy is dirty energy, 5G. And CB Cowell's big companies put all this dirty energy out. Yet it's climate controllers using doomsday weapon to lock the globe down. Yet no claim exists to have done such. And certainly nothing contagious has ever been shown. Yet it's the reason cash is dried up out of your hand. You don't think all of us should just stop getting black swanned? It's gone on in the past, wouldn't you agree? And you'd see it going on in the future too. Criminal acts of war ongoing as a pattern isn't stopped immediately. We, the people's credit, all spent by CB Cowell's controllers. So one of the people who isn't a citizen, all government offices below as one of the people. It's the chain of command as common custom time worn, that who is living above everything else that's fictional, that's set up, that which is set up is fictional, is not above the living at all. A grand jury of we the people can have no influence whatsoever by any fictional entity as corporation or government department below as an office to decide its selecting jury from a sample of convenience of 5 officers all become one of the people outside corporation under the laws from the land. Decided by majority vote of a quorum present, no decision is reviewable to jurisdiction had, which is about government transgression, for failing to follow articles of peace, nor articles of security, not to have protected any private property, and to have removed lawful title that hasn't been applied from the land as the venue at the local public courthouse. A grand jury supersedes all other government office, 5 members become one of the people sworn in and witnessed. 2 witnesses is along with the bailiff present, the document error which needs to be amended. 40 days is to do such maximum. Some days should be done straight away because it can be. The grand jury can sue anyone for belligerent and can remove anyone from office and can dissolve all departments as non-functional or having operated as an enemy instead. Such could be found as having given aid and comfort to an enemy as treasonous, as any resulting accusation is put by a prosecutor forensically, such is an indictment. Most grand juries set up as a presentment and returned an indictment, which is called a true bill. All take on issues which is easily seen which should be prosecuted. 2 then take on grander issue, for public support built is with rapport. All see FEMA and the FEW and WTF, World Trade Foundation, and DEW, Smart Cities for Strategic Foreign Corps, which has lied and covered the line of chain, also what's contagious. It's a big agri-farmer strategic partnership, where you, as Congress, is also a party. Are you aware of how 5G remote kill vectors activate payloads of toxin inside graphene lipid nanoparticle? Oh my God. Ow. Did you get permission from BIS to have merged the nation's ledger under an enemy corporation under an emergency that's made up? We the people have to see that equity is protected by any official's discretion. For what's common is a sovereign nation, not one taken over by what's foreign. It's the danger to society ongoing as you're under CB Cowa controller. You've got alphabet soup land at a level who is under oath to you and I, yet many would say all have knowledge, individual and personal, that the shots seem to obviously cause clots and inflammation of the heart. It is that neurological disease in children skyrocketed all due to the kill shot. So, you reckon a reason exists it's okay 9/11 has gone unresolved? And criminals remain in the government that did assassinate a president? Also, the Iraq War. Nothing is purposeful. All is seen as a setup, as a lie. So, you'd say you don't know that what's COVID hasn't attacked the immune system of all who took the jab? You're going to say that those U.S. health bureaucrats under CB Cowa aren't pressing jabs on children when no other nation is? How do you stop that wheel that's turning is what this message is to you. For isn't it that neoplasm cancer has risen so much today that ever before, where it actually takes months to get an appointment? Listen, you do know that fake Patsy have made out with millions after retiring. That bloke has far more detailed security than a bloke running for president, who absolutely should be offered security who isn't. RFK. Why? Because you've got a two-tiered system, obvious. And it's time you need an Article 4, Article 3 court bring such up. Love, Jub David. Thank you so much, Dr. Jub. And thank you, you who are watching. My view hour has been going down, but that's okay. You got this, Master Luke. You've been streaming all day. Give self grace. Have the girlfriend massage you. Yeah, she's not the one, bro. She's not the one for massage. I'm better off doing it myself. But I won't stop no matter my neck's broken, no matter I got a pinched nerve, no matter I haven't eaten in 8 days. No matter I haven't even had any calories in over 24 hours. I'm going to keep on keeping on. And I'm going to keep on keeping on even though my YouTube monetization is not going to happen. I'm going to keep on keeping on because this is the fight. This is the good fight. This is my fight. And I'm Master Lukey. Never tap out and never give up. You can tap out. Never give up. And my secret, honestly, is health. It says it right there. I'm a health coach. I'm Life Food certified. Life Food saved my life. Dr. Jubb saved my life. Cleansing saved my life. And I think it can help you too. So message me anytime. You can respond on YouTube. You can go to masterlukey.com. You can find my contact page right here at the bottom. I keep saying I gotta fix this. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I gotta practice guitar. I gotta do schoolwork, and I gotta fix this. Maybe I'll do this first, and then guitar, and then school, or maybe this first, then school, then guitar, or maybe this first, then guitar, and fuck school. Just kidding. But go here, and you got all my social media, all my everything. All right, and that's gonna be it for me tonight. Oh, wait a second. We gotta minimize this because I'm probably blocking it. Let's go here. There you go. This is masterlukey.com contact page. You see, you got all my stuff there, even my mailing address. Okay? And like I said, that's going to be it for tonight. I appreciate you, Rick, being here. I'm trying to get the show done before 10. So I could be in bed at 10, which is what's been recommended to me. But didn't make it today. So I could, and I'll try again tomorrow, right? Thanks again. I'm out. I'm Master Lukey. Over and out. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned.